What is up, guys? How is everyone? We are back from vacation. It was had a great time. Today we're not working on the Mustang. I actually do have a couple parts that came in while we were gone on vacation. But we're not working on that today. Today we are working, my wife picked up a brand new 2023 Dodge Ram 1500. And the reason why is because her 6.0, she has a Ford Super Duty 250 6.0, and it keeps breaking down. It's right here. This truck right here keeps breaking down on her. She's had enough, so she went and bought a new truck. It's a very nice truck. Not my style because I'll be honest with you, I'm not real big on bells and whistles and all the high tech. I'm more of keep it real simple. That way it works. I could work on it real easy, and it's just, in my opinion, way easier, but it is a nice truck. So today we need to back it out of the garage a little bit, and we got to put a tonneau cover on it, and then she's got running boards for it. So I'm gonna get it backed out and get the tonneau cover on first, and then I'm so excited that it rained last night. Not even home 24 hours and it's already raining again in Georgia. Ugh. But with that being said, let's jump right into it. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I got the bed cover on. If I had one thing I could change about the bed cover, it'd be this. The old one on her truck, it was spring-loaded right here, so it made taking it off the back part a little easier. This one's not spring-loaded. You kind of just, that's one thing I'm not a fan of. But other than that, the quality of it, it's a very nice bed cover, tonneau cover. But I got everything I got the brackets out for the running boards, so we're gonna get started on that. Okay, we got the driver's side installed. I'm not going to bore you with showing you the passenger side because it's going to be the exact same thing. But here's what they look like. I think they're aftermarket. They're not OEM Dodge. They're called Tiger. I kind of like the black finish that's on them. They seem real nice and quality too. And the kit was very simple to do. I mean, putting running boards on pretty much is always simple. The nice thing is the Dodge already has the studs, and then the whole kit came with the brackets and all the mounting hardware. So I'm gonna get everything set onto the other side and get the passenger side on, and we'll be done. I think she's gonna be real happy with them. That's one thing that she was really upset about when she bought the truck, that it didn't have running boards like her other truck. But I'm gonna get the passenger side installed. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video, but I am gonna explain the flex plate problem I was having with I don't know where they are. I think I put them in here. No, I did not put them in here. I put them somewhere before I left for vacation. I don't remember where. I'll look for them later. But they're the ARP crank bolts for the flex plate. The problem I was having is the bolts were too long, and after, you know, calling a couple people and doing some research and all that, I don't need the adapter to go from the crank to a flex plate with this flex plate, because this flex plate is dished, and with it being dished and not flat, all I need is the which I already have it. Oh, it's actually right here. All I need is the converter, the little converter adapter. So this will sit in the crank, and then this goes to the converter. That's all I need, which I already knew that I needed it. But I wasn't sure. I was confused with if I needed it for the crank to the flex plate and then that adapter as well. And after doing some research and, like I said, calling a couple people, I found out that I did not need the crank to flex plate adapter. So now I'm just waiting on the new bolts to come in, and then I can get that on. I got my locking dipstick in, but I'm not going to put that on until I get the exhaust on, because this is actually going to mount to the exhaust with one of the bolts that goes into the head. This is actually a really nice locking dipstick. I'm real happy with the color and all that. It's real nice. I like it. It's a Locker brand. And I also got my trigger wire for my alternator. That I'm gonna wire in probably this week, and I actually am gonna change the alternator wire. I decided I want to go down 2 gauges. So right now it's at 8, and I think I want to go down to a 4 gauge. That way it's a little bit thicker, and I feel like I'm not running a lot of electronics, but I personally would feel a little safer if I went with 4 gauge. So that's what I'm gonna do there. I am gonna get the floor. I want to get the rest of the holes finished this week as well with the floor, if I have time to do that, because that's what I started before we left. Was I started on the floor. I'd like to get the front half of the car finished with the floor and all that, and I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing for an exhaust. I've seen a couple turbo kits that I can get that are, because I'm thinking twin turbo for this, but part of me's like, the motor's not built to do, more than like 1100 horsepower safely. So I'm thinking for now just maybe a single turbo, but I don't know. I'm so torn on it. And then I gotta find a place where I can get some metal to build my firewall in the back part, because the gas tank can't be in the compartment with the driver. It can't be in the compartment of the driver at all. So I need to build a little firewall there, and continue on. I still have to get my rear end. There's still a lot of work to do, but that's gonna be it for this video. I got the running boards, and speaking of that, I'll show you the passenger side. So here's the passenger side on the truck, and they turned out really, really nice. I was actually really surprised with that company. It's very nice. Like I said, I really like the finish on them, the look of them, but still a lot to do on the Mustang. Yeah, it's slowly coming. I'm having fun, enjoying it. There's a couple things that I'll need help with, because it just is easier to do with 2 people. Like whenever I actually do go to put the rear end in, because I actually have a S-box that the chassis guy was supposed to put into the car, but that's a whole nother story, which I'm not going to get into. But he did get the lower torque boxes in. Those are in. Just the upper one, the S-box, which is right here, he didn't get this one put in, so I got to put it in. And that would just be easier with 2 people, because stuff's got to line up, and you got to drill stuff. And then I want to build a little firewall right here up to here, to where when the hatch closes, it blocks it completely off. That should be, I think that will be okay for the rules. If they say no and I can't go as fast as the cars get certed for, because the car is supposed to be an 8.5 cage, and hopefully it gets certed for that. But if they say no to that, then I am going to change how this is, and I am actually just going to drop it down, and I'm going to build a complete box over it, and then get a hole so I could still fill it up from right there, and then it will be technically separated from me. But I shouldn't have to change it, that firewall, to how I want to build it. I just got to find a place where I can get long enough material that's around me. I think I know a place. I just got to check. They're not open today, and that's on the list, but it's not like high up on the list. I'm trying to do some of the little bit more important things I want to try to get it running before the end of the year. That's the goal there. And then I want to try to have everything else done before February of the following year, because I'd like to try to do sick week with it. I'm not making any promises, but we'll see. But that's going to be it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next episode.